In our last session, we have discussed how to launch the mobile application. Now, today, we will be discussing how to take the X path of our application. Because, like we were launching our website, so we were taking the X path to locate the element, where to click, where to type, where to take the mouse over. Similarly, over here, if you want to click or type or do another action on your mobile application, so you have to get the X path of the element. So now we have already started my APM server, and now I have checked that my ADB devices command is working and my mobile is connected. And after that, now what I want to do, I want to work on this calculator app. So I will open this calculator app on my device, and I want to take the X path of this 8. So now how to take this X path of this 8? This is the image only. This is the this is the image. Here you cannot do anything. It will just click on this 8. It will not give you the X path. Okay. So now I want to take the X path. For that, you have to go to this location inside your SDK. Users, app data, local Android SDK. You will find tools which we have installed when we were doing the configuration. So we have installed these tools. And inside tools, you will get this bin bin. So I will copy this particular location, and here is one batch file, that is UI Automator Viewer. This is my batch file. I want to run this batch file, and this batch file is located inside this SDK tools bin. So I will go to my command prompt and I will cd slash, which will take me to the C drive, then cd space, copy the path up to the bin, and it will take you to this bin location. Now here in this bin location, this is the UI Automator Viewer batch file which I want to run. If I run it from here, UI Automator Viewer, and click on enter, it will not run. It will give the error here. Why it is giving the error? Because on my machine I have installed JDK 17 and I have set the environment variable for this JDK 17. But this particular tools is a obsolete tools. Obsolete means it is using the old version of Java. So it is JDK 17 is not supporting this particular UI Automator Viewer. So if you remember my first class, I told you that we have to install JDK 8 also with JDK 17. So we have installed it two Java. One is Java 17 and another is Java 8. So now we have to use this UI. We have to run this UI Automator Viewer by using the environment variable for JDK 8, because it will not work for JDK 17. For that, I will set the environment variable for JDK 8 for this command prompt. So this is the command which set the Java underscore home. So we are setting the Java underscore home up to the JDK 8, and then again we are setting the uh, path of bin of JDK 8. So this is the environment variable you have to set. And after the environment variable is set, then again if you write UI Automator Viewer, again if you write UI Automator Viewer and click on the enter, now you see UI Automator Viewer is opening up. When you click on this button, it will take the screenshot of the app which is opened on your mobile. Okay. So it will take the screenshot of this app, calculator app, which is opened on my mobile. And now when you click on this 8, it will give you the details. These are the attributes. Like when in Selenium, there were attributes at the rate ID, at the rate SRC, at the rate href. Similarly, these are the attributes which I can use to create the XPath. For example, here text is equal to 8. So now I am coming back to my program. In my last class, we have written the scenario for calculator in which we have launched the calculator. Now I want to enter number 1. Click on plus, enter number 2, click equal, and sum must come. So we have written this particular calculator test here. In my calculator test, we have checked that calculator was launching. But now what I have to do? I have to use this particular XPath to click on this number. For that, I will write same driver dot find element by dot XPath dot click. Same thing like we were doing in the on the Selenium. Now in XPath, I will write double slash star square bracket and at the rate text. So text is an attribute here and 8 like this. So like with UI Automator Viewer, text is equals to 8. So we can use at the rate text is equals to 8. Now what I want to do next, I want to click on this plus. So again, I will click on this plus. So I will get the XPath of this plus here. So now I will use again this resource dash ID, this one, copy, and the attribute name is resource dash ID. Again, driver dot find element by dot XPath dot click at the rate resource ID. Like this. Okay. So double slash star. Now we are using this attribute resource ID and copy the resource ID. Dot click. Then number 2. So again go to this. Say I want to click on 2. So now again text 2. So I can copy from here only. Text 2. Then equal. Again click on this equal. Okay. Then again I can use this resource ID. and then after clicking on this equal, I have to get the result. For getting the result again, first of all you have to take the screenshot again, because here I'm not getting the result. So for that, first of all, I have to 8 plus 2 is equal to. So now this is I have executed on my mobile, and now I have to retake the screenshot. For in the UI Automator viewer, I have to retake the screenshot. So again, you will click on this button, so it will take the new screenshot. Now it has taken the new screenshot. Now you can inspect it. That is, I want to take the result from this position. So again, you can use the resource ID, or again you can use this bonds, BOUNDS bonds. So you can use any of these as an attribute, BOUNDS bonds. Get text. At the rate bond is equals to the bonds, and it will get the result which you can check and print. So it means now after launching the app, like I was automating the browser, I am automating the mobile application. Okay, so let us run and check. So I want to run this at the rate calculator. So in my runner class, I will use at the rate calculator. So it will run the calculator test at the rate calculator. I will close this app. Okay, so now nothing is opened on my mobile, and I will run the Java application which will launch it. Okay, by using the package name and activity name which we have discussed in our last class, and then it will take the XPath and work on it. So I will run this runner class, run as JUnit test, and you can look at my mobile. APM server must be running before launching the app. Okay, okay. It has not connected to my APM server because just a second, why it has not connected? Because I think we have used the IP address, this one, 192.168.1.6. It was the last class IP address. Today it is changed to 1.3. So otherwise I can use this 127.0.0.1. So I will use this 127 127.0.0. point 1. This will not change. This is the local host address http 127.0.0.1. Again, I will rerun and check. Okay. Now it has launched the app. Clicked on the 8 plus 2 is equals to 10. So it means it is taking the XPath and automating the application. Similarly, if I want to, like I have taken the Shopsy example also, like if I want to launch this app, Shopsy app, okay, and I want to click on this search button below, this one, I want to click on this search. So again, for that, so this is my another scenario where Shopsy scenario where I want to search mobile. I want to click on this search button and search the product mobile. Okay. So now I will run this Shopsy at the rate Shopsy. So now I will not run calculator. I will run this Shopsy. Now Shopsy test will execute the Shopsy app. And now I want to click on this search button. So again, go to the UI Automator viewer and first of all, take the screenshot. If there is an error coming, no problem. Disconnect your mobile and reconnect it again. And then try to take the screenshot again. Okay. If there is a problem in taking the screenshot, just disconnect and connect again. And now screenshot is taken. Now what I want to do, I want to click on this search. So again, I will take the XPath of this. Okay. So here you see it is the XPath coming. This code is highlighted. So you can, the text is not coming, resource ID is not coming. So you can use the bonds. Otherwise, when you click on this arrow button here, and it is a subgroup. When you click on it, subgroup, so you see text is coming. Text is equal to search. Now I can use this text search. Okay. So now this is my second test, search test. Again, we have already launched the application in my last class. Now I want to click on search button. So I will write again driver dot find element by dot xpath. At the rate text is equals to search and dot click that way. So find element will find this search box and then it will click on it. After that, after search clicking, what I want to do, again you have to refresh your page. Then only, like here, this is my app. So when I click on this search, then I have to type mobile in my search box. So now screen is changed. So again you have to go to the UI Automator viewer and refresh and take the screen. And now again when you click over here like this, so you will get the, like here, search for product names and brands. So you can use again this thing, Control C. Okay, or you can again, this is not, this is the Okay, so this is the element only. This is the scroll view. This is the element only. Okay, so this is the element. Search for products, brands, and more. So you have copied this text again. Now I want to search for this product. Again, driver dot find element by dot xpath, and what I don't इस पर मेरे को टाइप करना है send keys product. Where to type? It will, and then I will use the actions class for click entering. Actions a is equals to new actions driver. You can import control shift o and then a dot send keys, same selenium code, keys dot enter. Everything 80-90% code is selenium code only. Dot perform will perform the action. So we have searched the and then enter to perform the action. Now again, if I see over here, when I write mobile and mobile, mobile, when I write mobile and click on the enter, then I get the results here. Okay, then I will get these results. So again, if I want to get these results, so again you will go to UI Automator viewer. Again, take the new screenshot. Okay, and you want to get the say all the product names you want to get. Okay, so I want to click on this product. Okay, so you want to get the all product names. So this is the text view here, text, but this text will keep on changing. Okay, this text here, the text name is changing, so I have to use some another attribute. So what attribute can I use? You see, this is one group, view group, from where this text is coming. All the text is coming from this view, and this is view group. This is also a view group. This one, view group. Its index is 0, view group. Its index is 1, its index is 2. Here, index 0, index 1, index 2. So I will use this class and package name here. And all of this is coming inside the scroll view. Here. Everything is coming inside the scroll. But in this scroll view, I want only this group view. All the group view. And then text view. Okay. Let's try to do it. First of all, we'll go to the first of all we'll go to the scroll view. Okay. So scroll view, I will use this set bonds, get bonds, this one or this class. Okay. So we'll use this class name scroll view. Driver dot find element by XPath at the rate class is equals to okay. So we have taken this scroll view class, and then inside this scroll view class I want to get all the view group here, all the view group. So view group is the class name is view group, this one. So again, inside this scroll view I will finding the element inside the element, scroll view dot find elements, because I will be getting the multiple elements list. Okay. And it will return me the list of the web elements. And then iterator it is equals to list dot iterator iterator iterator. Now inside this, first of all we have taken the scroll view, and then inside the scroll view we are finding all the view group. This is the view group, multiple view group. This is the view group, this is the view group. So multiple view groups are there. Okay. And then inside the multiple view group we are getting the text view, this one, text view, text view. Okay. So we are getting the text view. text view. Okay, so we are getting all the text. We want to get all the text view here, all the text view with the index position 0 here. Text view index position 0. We do not want to get this text position 1. Text position, if you want to get the price, this is the text position 3. I want to get the index position 0, and I want to get the text view, all the text view. So again, the class is text view. So first of all, this is returning the list of all the view group iterator, and then while it dot has next, and I will get the web element by the name of, say, you can give the name as view group is equals to it dot next, and then again inside this view group, what I want to do, view group dot inside, because inside view group I want to find one more, find element by xpath dot get text. At the rate, again class is equals to, this is the name of the class, text view, and I want to get the text view from the index position 0, and at the rate index is equals to 0. So it will, and get text will get the text which I will print. So basically objective is that first of all get the scroll view. I have taken this scroll view. Then inside the scroll view you get multiple web views, view group, view group. So inside that we are getting the list of, from the scroll view we are getting the list of web view, yeah, view group, and iterator will iterate the data from the list, and I will get one view group, and then second view group, third view group, and then inside the view group again we have, inside the view group again we have this text view. So again we have multiple text view, text view, text view, text view, text view, multiple text views are there. So I want to get the text view for this zero index, zero index. So I have written inside the view group again get the text view with the index 0. So let us run and check. So again I will close my app. I will close my app and run the runner class again. Runner class run as JUnit test. Let us see. It has launched the app. Clicked on the search button, entered the mobile, and let me check whether it is getting the data or not. View all variants, view all variants, view all variants, view all variants. It is getting view all variants. View all variants. It is getting this only, view all variants. Why? Okay, let me do one more thing. It is working, but the result what I'm trying to get, it is not getting that thing. So from the web view group only, let me uh, an element could not be located on a page. The given parameter. Sorry, okay, let me refine it. And what I do, that from the web group web view only, I will try to get the text and check what it is printing. View group view group dot get text. Okay, so first of all, let me one more thing. uh, this scroll view index 0, so I am getting this scroll view anywhere else also. Let me run it again and check whether what I'm getting in view group dot get text. Run as JUnit test. Okay, I will check some XPath error is coming. I will check it and then I will rectify and then inform. But main concept is that how to take the XPath and how to work on your native application and hybrid application. Okay, so I'll keep up to here.